let's talk about that. I've been labeled transphobic. We had comedy shows that was canceled by the LGBTQ.
You used comedians?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Stand up?
Right? So, yeah.
Okay.
They don't like our transgender jokes.
And they said we was transphobic. A lot of people don't know, like, my babysitter for my child was a female. She was gay, right? But she was experiencing, she wanted to be a man. And she actually works for me. At the time.
Does she do a good job of taking care of kids?
She did a damn good job.
Well, that's what matters there.
We had a couple straight people coming in, and they were horrible. I said, man, I'm sticking to the gays. So she came in, I thought she was gay, right? You can tell when someone's gay. I said, oh, she's gay, but she's cool, right? She's good gay.
She's good,
right?
good at her job is the question.
Yeah, so she about a year after working for us.
It's hard to find a good nanny also.
Yeah,
it's
very hard. After about a year working for us, she sat us down and said, hey, I got to talk to y'all. I said, okay. Oh, man, she's going to give her 2 weeks. That's what I'm thinking. She said, well, I'm going to be transitioning the next 2 weeks. And I told her, I said, hey, I need a 30 days notice.
Yeah, because you didn't know what the hell it was.
I didn't know what the hell she was talking about. She said, no, I want to become a man.
Okay.
I said, you want to become a man? Why? And she explained to her, she said, well, I'm going to be taking testosterone. Things are going to be changing. And I didn't think any different about her because she was an adult.
How old is she?
She was, I think, early 20s.
Okay.
Early 20s.
Full-grown adult, though.
Yeah, full-grown adult. She had a boyfriend that wanted to be a woman.
Wait, you kidding me?
No. And most transgenders are like this. The guy wants to be a woman, and when I'm getting confused, the guy wants to be a woman, and the woman wants to be a man. Yeah. And they still have straight sex.
But
and they're considered gay.
I mean, this is some serious... there's like a mind benders right here. You could actually have some logic puzzles here.
The more of the story, I do not hate transgender people. Like my daughter's gay, and I love her more than anything. I don't hate gay people. It's just majority of the things that comes from the left is all lies because they have an agenda. And I don't hate anybody.
I just hate that ideology. I don't hate that.
Well, I would say if you're a fully grown adult, you're free to live your life however you want.
Right.
Yeah.
As long as you're not hurting somebody else.
Right.
You're not foisting that onto kids in our schools. You're not foisting that. I don't think kids should be allowed to undergo that transition.
Exactly.
She's a full grown adult. It's her choice.
Yeah.
Kids being allowed to do it because they have going through some mental health struggle? No. So I say protect children. And then you also should not be able to change the way everybody else lives their life.
Right.
Right. So the way women compete in sports. All right. If you're a guy with all your guy body parts and you're having sex with women, but you are somehow competing with women in a swimming competition to win the gold medal, it doesn't make any sense. So that just doesn't make any sense.
Why didn't I figure this
and
out?
I'm not
years
making.
ago?
I mean, we're not making this up. This is a reality of what's happened in the country over the last year. And so that's my view: is you want to live your life the way you want to, dress how you want to, identify how you want to, as long as you're not hurting anybody else. Neither I nor any government is going to stop you from doing it because America is a free country. It's the land of the free and the home of the brave. Yeah. But if you're going to force that onto children, or you're going to change the way we otherwise live our lives, or expectations of the way we change our language, or the way we label our bathrooms or whatever, no. We're going to live by the same norms that we have, but you are free to live your life the way you wish to. Yeah. And so we can't fall into, we say it that way. I don't think that many people disagree with you.
Oh, they're still going to call you homophobic.
I mean, I don't care what that. I don't. I mean, if you can be homophobic, if you believe that, I don't know, that the planet isn't warming enough, climate change denier isn't good enough to call you homophobic for that too, right?
Yeah,
so, I had an interesting incident in Iowa. Actually, there was a woman who
I think I saw this.
Disagreed. There's a couple of these in Iowa. Maybe you saw this one. She was a veteran. It turned out we ended up becoming pretty good friends after it. She's like, I disagree with your views on LGBTQ. And I said, okay, well, she was shouting at the event, and I let her say her piece. But I shared with her that I don't believe men should be competing with women in women's sports competitions.
That's common sense.
She said, what did you say? I said, I do not think men should be competing with women in women's sports competitions. She said, no, I agree with that. So I said, where do we disagree? She's like, I'm a lesbian. I said, okay, I don't have any disagreement. Continue. Where's the disagreement?
Right.
And it turns out she was like, well, do you think that we should be doing a better job to take care of our veterans? I said, yes, I do. She said, I am a veteran. That's great. Gave her a high five. We actually ended up, having a pretty friendly interaction after that. So I think a lot of the labeling ends up creating an artificial divide that is actually fake at its core.
Yeah.
It's manufactured.
Yeah,
now, there are true ideologically crazy people who will, want to see nothing short of this nation being divided to a breaking point. But I think most people share the same basic vision of saying that we're one country with differences, but we still share some basic ideals in common. That's what makes us American.
Yeah.